Welcome to another Warcraft 3 audio commentary. Today we're watching game number 2 from this WEC's Best of 3 series between the teal human, it's Infi, spawning in the upper right part of the map, and we're going to be seeing him play against the purple terror, the orc, WE Gigabyte Fly. This camera scroll thing is not at all dramatic. It's almost comedic. It's so bad. I'm gonna need to stop doing it, but it's kind of fun, so I might keep deal with it. Anyway, so I was gonna ask a quick question. I kind of asked this on the stream because this is being cast live at twitch.tv/pureby. But just so everyone at YouTube can also answer and give their input, what do you think about this stuff down here? I'm trying to point to it with my mouse. If my mouse goes over it, it kind of disappears. But there is that scorekeeper and the text and the stuff. What do you think about that? Let me know, because I feel like maybe the score is a little spoilery-ish. I don't know, because if you watch the games out of order, then maybe that's a spoiler. So, I mean, if everyone just watched the games in order, we wouldn't have a problem. But you know, that's kind of like I still feel like maybe I should, I don't know, let me know what you think, because I'm thinking maybe I should just not put the score down there. I don't know, so let me know what you think. That's that. This map, obviously this is the fun map with those reincarnating Rune of Rebirth skeletal and burning archer dudes. This is the guy with the Naga cold arrow, and this is the guy with the Priestess of the Moon's searing arrow, so those guys are really good. They give a fair bit of XP, a lot of XP actually, and they're on both sides of the map, so you can see them on either side. Usually you see players go for them pretty much right off the bat, and they're really good to get. The orc, however, I don't think the orc's going to do that. I think the orc's probably going to move right over here and try to, you know, ideally kill this one. This one is the big pain, because this one, if you go for an expansion attempt and you have this guy up, any kind of harass is basically nullified. It's like having your Naga already out. It's insane. Even when you don't go Naga, it's such a good, it's just ridiculously good, especially early on. So, and this is a lot of XP. We're going to see Infi picking up an easy and very fast level 2. I was wrong, Fly. No, he doesn't. He's actually going to do this, picking up himself. Not a bad call, actually. And I'll tell you what, here's my thoughts on this. If you go for this as the orc right at the start, you can basically use this during your harass to make like a ridiculously good actually, can you move those behind these tomes? Can those other guys hit you if they go behind the tomes? Probably. That'd be pretty funny if you could just like move those there and kill the rest of those things with like that Night Elf archer trick, you know, when you hide them, whatever, as if those guys couldn't fit through the tomes. But you get what I'm saying. Is Infi even going to go for a fast expansion? Yeah, what am I saying? Of course he is. This is the expansion. There it is. And here come more militia. So, also notice this, we see humans constantly do this where they just block this off. And you kind of have to as a human, because, you know, normally you put the wall here. Oh, look, there's a second entrance into your base, which I love. I am a huge fan of that. It doesn't really do anything different to a human's base build. They can still block it off. I just think it's a wonderful addition. You know, I just think it's a nice having a second point of attack. I think that's really cool. It's a thing that most maps in Warcraft 3 don't have, and it kind of simulates the idea of ramps in like StarCraft 2 a little bit, and StarCraft 1, which I just all about. All of that I'm a big agreeance. Yes, I want to see more of it. I love it. So down here, anyway, we're gonna start seeing him try to go for this expansion. He's building up towers first. Towers are a lot easier to get up and a lot less expensive to lose. So if this does get taken down, he can cancel it. Not nearly as big of a deal as having to cancel his town hall. So, and also if this finishes, then hey, it helps him get the town hall up. It's really good all around. You're gonna see him. Look at the amount of XP he's getting for these skeleton archers at 397. Well, I missed it, but yeah. So there you go. But they are both, well actually the Archmage now at level 3 with 2 creeps. Blade Master getting pretty close to level 3. If this harass goes pretty well for him, he will be able to pick that up. As you can see, he's got 227, 29, whatever mana. At this point, he's using the healing salve, so he's going to be able to come right back in here and start picking off some more of these peasants. Going to have his grunts run out just for now, kind of just for the time being. Seeing some more militia coming in here. These guys will be used as a kind of defense, and once that goes down, he can pretty much just go crazy with it. He does have to be a little bit careful now that arcane tower's up. Is he actually going to back off? He might actually back off seeing those militia, because that is a lot more defense units coming in, as well as those footmen, so he's definitely going to back off at this point. And there you go. There we go. that was the early push. I'm gonna take a sip of water now while we stare at this wonderful scene of peasants building a town hall. Jujindo 1223, I think, just followed on Twitch. That's pretty cool. That's what that sound is. It's actually just me getting an email, so it's not a special sound. I can never remember to turn it off. I think we're just keeping it on though. Anyway, so Infi is coming down here now to start doing a little bit of harass onto this guy's, the Fly base. He's gonna go for burrows, which is not a bad call. Here come the footmen kind of lagging behind. One of the cool things is Fly is he's not going for his tier 2 just yet. He could have had, you know, at that point some of his tier 2 production up. It would have just been canceled. So that was a really good read by Fly to just say, I'm gonna delay it a little bit. That being said, actually it looks like he was actually just going for a great haul. So never mind. Still, no big deal. We're going to see Infi coming in here to get the cancel on the Great Hall. He's probably going to have no problem doing that because he's got so many footmen here. There is a sizable orc army that would win a fight if they were to have one, but this is not really a fight. This is more of a slaughter. This is more of Infi just trying to do some, what's it called? Harassing and delaying, and I'm gonna read the name out because I read the other one. ORC. I can't pronounce it. Also, thanks for the follow. This is the worst cast I've ever done. So this peon, he is trying to use the cattails to get away. Could he put down a burrow? He could put down a burrow. Will we see a hex? There is a hex. Oh, and he's still gonna go down to the water zone. So what a heroic effort, though. A heroic effort just to try to stay alive against the threats of the human player. Wasn't quite enough in the end, but it was okay. There's a second peon to take his placement to replace him. We're gonna see if that grunt goes down. Oh, that is painful to see. A grunt going down with that water elemental finishing his last blow, really his last attack, killing the grunt, picking up an additional roughly 40 experience over here for the Archmage, which is not bad. And he is now going to heal up with this Arcane Vault, get the Scroll of Regeneration. He actually could go in for a second attempt to cancel this Great Hall once more, and that's probably what we're going to see, and that's what Fly expects as he moves across the map. Normally he would just want to be creeping this guy up. Actually, he's already got the Blade Master out, so he kind of already saw this, and he's going to go for the interception here. He's going on the Archmage, but notice Infi is not deterred. He said, you can go for my Archmage. I'm just going to run away until your Hex is up, and then I'm going to have all of my footmen come down here, and once again, if possible, going to cancel that Great Hall. Canceling it is a big deal. It's actually kind of crazy. If you see just how delayed this is, it's going to get canceled, and there's just nothing really that you can do when a human player decides they're going to suicide those units into it. You just have to deal with the cancel. There's really not much. I really don't know what you can do besides that. And the difference is we're going to see this gold mine at 10,000 gold and 900 left. This one has 1250. Are you? Thank you, ice cream, for following. I will go ahead and do that. I don't. But anyway, so yeah, so back to the game. We have the peon, which has been taking a whole bunch of hits. He's got some wood. The wood's important because it lets him run into the gold mine. It kind of, you know, I don't know if he had gold in his hands before, but if he did, you can mine gold, then you can hit a tree, and then you can go back in the gold mine. You can keep that over and over, which is important because you're invulnerable while you're in the gold mine, and that's kind of helpful if you're being harassed and your life's in danger. It's a little bit wasteful, but you know, it's better to do that than to lose the peon. Always better. Over here, we're going to see a Staff of Teleportation has been picked up by the Archmage. He's going to staff down over here once again, going for the cancel. Fly is going to have the worst time with this. He is investing so much money and so much time into getting this expansion up and just having to cancel it repeatedly. I think that's the 4th cancel we've seen. The Raider going to maybe get away. That creep actually going to threaten to kill him. Oh, the Water Elemental going to get the last hit. That is a terrible shame. This game is just not going well for Fly. I mean, just everything that could go wrong is going wrong. That peon is going to go down as well. I don't know. I hope that he's going to adapt to this, because he could adapt. Where is his? Oh, it's over here. Okay, I was like, where is his bestiary? But it's up here. The orc player says this is not really an entry to my base. It's an extension of my base, which is a nice attitude to have. It's also nice to have it over here because if you do come in here to cancel buildings, you might not see this one up here, and so you know it might buy it enough time to not be canceled. So that's always good. Having your expansion canceled this many times, though, I've got to tell you, he's going up for the attempt again. And we're going to see the Archmage once again coming down in here, and this time invisible. I mean, this time he can use that staff teleportation to get out, potentially, if he needs to. He's immediately going to cancel it. There's absolutely no way that that was going to go up this time. And he's got a Raider, and he does have Hex, which actually could force the town portal if it's done correctly. But he might. The problem is what he's gonna have to do is get some kind of a trap or a surround off on him to prevent him, because otherwise he'll have to use the ensnare or the Hex just to catch up to him, because that is a very fast Archmage. He is on a horse. He's looking down. He can't actually summon water elementals down here because this is a high ground on a ramp, and if you're on a ramp, then it'll only summon on the same level. So it looked like he was about to summon a water elemental down there, but he can't do that. He's got to be careful here because he could get surrounded. If he gets surrounded, he has to go for this town portal almost certainly, just because of the Hex threat, and there are 2 Raiders out at this point, so getting surrounded is a real threat. It looks like finally Fly has been able to buy enough time and enough map control maybe to get that Great Hall up. I don't want to say definitely, but it looks good for him, right? But that's really late. It's going up this time. He's already gotten what, 3,000 some gold out of this gold mine, compared to he's just starting it and hasn't gotten any. Plus all the resources he's invested just trying to get it up at this point. Not great, especially because we can see the 3 Arcane Sanctums are already finished. Keep's already finished. I'm assuming the Mountain King's already out. Adept is already trained for the Sorceresses, and probably for the Priests as well. The Witch Doctor, it did get a ward down, but it's going to be killed. This is a Blade Master that does not have 75 mana, so he cannot Windwalk out. However, there are no Spellbreakers here, so he can maybe tank long enough for this. Maybe not. He has been dusted. He is slowed. He is going to go down. This has been horrible for Fly. This has just been a really bad game. He's not doing well at all. In fact, he's going to have to Tavern him back out. Everything about this has been bad, really. Spirit Link going down on the Blade Master as well as a couple of these units, just to go ahead and say, you know, we need to be tanky. Gonna see some Sorks getting picked off. This is not a great position here for Infi. He's in fact gonna have to TP because he's got creeps on one side and the Orc army on the other side. That would have been a really good fight for the Orc player for Fly to have taken. He still probably would have lost, but he would have done a lot more damage there than he probably will do in any other fight. So that's why Infi kind of got out. Leaving the Scout Tower up because the Scout Tower doesn't matter. It might be, I don't even think it's in range for the mercenary camp. It might be. I think you have to be a little bit closer. So I don't think you can even buy mercs with that. But here comes a Demolisher going down. No, Fly, what are you doing? Oh, this is so bad. He definitely needed to have that for this defense. Oh, the Great Hall. This is timing right here. Infi coming in for the attack. He's going for the cancel again. He's gonna get the cancel. Wow, and he's got towers going up in the cattails. He doesn't even know that there are towers there, so even if you put down another... I'm sorry, Fly, but that expansion was just not meant to be. It's not over for Fly. It's not. He can take a really good engagement, you know, by map control, maybe. Maybe he could come back into this game. I'm not gonna say it would be easy. It would not be an easy task for him to do. It's just not out of the realm of possibility, but it is getting there rapidly. The longer this game goes, the less in favor it's going to be for Fly. When it takes you this long to kill a creep camp, I think no, that's not fair. He's at a Fountain of Power. And he hasn't had any kind of claws. He doesn't have a circlet on the Blade Master. He doesn't really have anything. He's got a Staff of Silence, and that's good. It's very helpful against all these priests and casters and stuff. But Inner Fire's out. I don't see how he's going to beat that army. Maybe he can. This is a decent position for him, possibly. Maybe not. If Infi is just spreading out, and he is just kind of putting his casters in the back, putting all his front line up at the front, and this TP's going to come in. If this TP's really good, not really what he needed. In fact, that's pretty much exactly what he didn't want. Now he's fighting in a choke point, which he doesn't want to be doing. And also, he's got the front line of the human player right there. So he can just kind of kite him around because of the choke point. This is thoroughly bad for Fly. We're gonna see that one lone Spirit Walker in the front gonna get taken down. There's one in the back. He's kept it back there, just I think for dispels if there's an emergency. Gonna see Fly popping out of Rock Golem. That's gonna allow him to stun the Mountain King, which is nice. But that's gonna pop a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and bolt the Blade Master, who is stuck without mana, for a Windwalk, and he's gonna go down. This could be the good game. It doesn't look like there's any way for Fly to come out of this unfortunate situation. If he loses it, I mean, yeah, the fight's just going more and more in favor of Infi at this point. I think he just wants to, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, every single unit's gone down at this point. GG is going to be called by Fly. Well played by Infi. An absolutely fantastic series that Infi just took there. But I mean, that game, Fly was just completely manhandled. There was absolutely nothing that he could do that Infi did not already predict and pretty much counter. I don't know. If I was Fly, if I was gonna say one thing I think that could have really helped Fly in this game, it would have been not creeping the early archers. He took those archers early, and that was nice. But to me, it just looks like all he did was give way too much map control and way too much of a free expansion to Infi. Because when Infi's expansion happened, his expansion attempt, which hit pretty much on time, Fly could do absolutely nothing to slow it down. And then when Fly went for his counter expansion, he didn't really have any kind of map control, and he hadn't really kept Infi on his side of the map, and Infi just had free reign and just demolished. So maybe also a bad decision to go for the expansion in that position. I don't know. But that was game number 2, guys. So thanks for watching. I feel like we should do another replay. I feel like we should, because that one was kind of anticlimactic. It was good to see, but it wasn't quite what I wanted to see. So I'm gonna find another replay real quick. If anyone wants to suggest one in the chat, feel free to. But I'm gonna look for another one, and we're gonna do another replay because, like I said, that one it was anticlimactic. But if you're on YouTube, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.